What is up, everyone? I am here today to just give you a few really practical tips, things I do to have maintained my physique pretty much since I started really getting into health and fitness when I was 19, and I am now 25 years old. Wow, getting old, getting up there. So I'm just gonna give you some tips, tricks, things I've learned. I've gone through phases of weighing, 10 pounds more than I am now, while still being active and eating healthy, and then feeling as amazing as I feel right now. But yeah, so I need to find a comfortable seating position, and then I will give you some tips and tricks and things I've learned and a bunch of cognitive dissonance around things you could be doing wrong and you're just kind of in denial about, and you could change like now. So to start, I'm gonna speak really specifically to how I look and feel and live this way, although you can be successful in so many areas of life. There's ripped people out there who are vegan. There's ripped and healthy people out there who are keto, who are paleo, who are carnivore even. And there's people who do cardio every day and people who never do cardio, and we all look and feel great. So this is what I do that could work for you. I eat paleo, so that means I eat really specifically real food. Like, the most fake thing I will allow myself to eat is stevia. But otherwise, when I say I eat chicken, I mean I eat chicken. That is it. As in, you get the chicken breast, read the ingredient label, and there's one ingredient, chicken. And it's free-range chicken, not full of hydrogenated vegetable oils or preservative. Because if you go in a grocery store and start picking things up, there's a lot of ingredients in what would assumably be single ingredient foods. So when I say I eat chicken, or if I say I eat salmon, which I eat pretty much every day, I'm on a salmon kick. I actually haven't had chicken in 2 weeks right now. I've replaced it and had salmon every single day. Because honestly, the health benefits of salmon versus a chicken breast. Fats, omega-3s, amazing deliciousness, and then chicken. There's this new book out. I'm not vegan, but it's called Vegan Propaganda. And it does have really good points about how you can claim something is a free-range chicken, but that's a last mile claim, and the entire lifestyle of chicken wasn't all free-range. This is true. And you are what thing you ate. So if your animal was eating corn, you're eating a chicken that ate corn, you're eating corn. And I'm grain-free. If you are eating a chicken that was in a slaughterhouse and I'm not for this, no. And lived the most stressful, horrific life and had cortisol through the roof and was all stressed out, you're eating stressed out food, you're putting stress into your body. It can get so minute and specific with details, but I eat single ingredient foods. Every day for breakfast, I eat a banana. Dates spread on bananas is delicious. Add a little bit of salt for the sake of electrolytes, potassium, and then the almond butter for some healthy fat. It's so good. So that's my pre-workout breakfast, and then after my workout, I eat date dough with protein powder added to it and a few scrambled eggs. I'll do 2 eggs, and then the other half of the bowl is filled with egg whites and an apple. So date dough with protein powder, and depending on my mood, I pick which one. So it's ooh, I want chocolate today. Ooh, I want snickerdoodle today, or I'm feeling vanilla. And then the eggs and the apple. Yeah, also eating these sweet, yummy things like a banana with date spread and almond butter for breakfast, or date dough as a post-workout snack. Eating these indulgent things that are really good for you all day is just keeping your energy and happiness and satisfaction with life and whatnot up. It's like habit stacking. One good habit leading to another. I can't wait every single day to wake up and have my coffee, my banana with my date spread and my almond butter and my little salt I add to it. And then I can't wait to have a great workout, and afterwards, yes, I get to go eat date dough. So I do that. I always start the day with a workout. Depends on how my training is going, because I have days where I recover and I'll do yoga only specifically, or I will do a very slow run. I follow the 80-20 training principle of you do 80% of your runs at a base heart rate level that doesn't stress you out, and only 20% of your training is supposed to push you. So there's days where I do that. There's days where I go to this Pilates studio I work at called SLT, and I do their SLT tread classes where I do my sprinting on the treadmill for 25 minutes intervals, and then I'll do core, upper body, and lower body training on the reformer machine. So that's my strength training. And if you look at the scope of weeks, I like to think of workouts as a balanced 7-day thing, because every single day is different. Some days are busier than other days. Some days things happen, life comes up. Some days you're able to be very on point and on plan, but that's not every day. So over the course of a week, I end up doing 5 days of steady state cardio where I'm running at a 9 to 10 mile an hour pace. Yeah, you're supposed to go slow if you're an endurance trainer. slower than you want to go on your slow days. And then on my hard days, I do over the course of a week, I have 2 to 3 hard days of interval sprinting, and they're only 25 minutes of tempo running. Yeah. 2 to 3 days of also doing the reformer workout. You don't need to work out your abs every single day if you're doing them really hard on 1, 2, or 3 days a week. You'll want to rest them after that. Your muscles need time to repair. There was a point where I was like training to become an instructor at SLT, and we had an intensive 5-day training session where we were on that machine doing a workout for 2 hours every single day, and oh my goodness. I'd never felt more inflamed, bulky, stiff, in my entire life. You don't need to weight train every single day unless you want to feel and be big. Otherwise, it only takes 2 to 3 days a week if you do it right and do it hard. So yeah. Beyond that, there's a lot of myths to high intensity interval training, and here's what I've experienced personally, because like I said, I've done a bunch of different things, and I know this to be a fact for myself, that going steady state for longer periods of time is more ideal in the course of like a lifespan and a week than going too hard too many days a week, because you can't recover as fast. I can go, and I am doing this currently, run 6 to 10 miles a day, 5 days a week at a very non-stressful pace, and then do it again and again and again, because I didn't hate doing it. I didn't feel miserable doing it, and my body isn't in pain the next day from it. Whereas you need time to recover from sprints or hills or HIIT sessions and stuff like that, because your muscles are sore. So not to say I don't get sore. I get sore when I do my sprints and I do the SLT training. So that's why I only do it a couple times a week, because I want to go hard every day. Well, not go hard, but I want to train a lot. I love working out. It's part of my daily routine. But you can't work out every single day if you're going so hard every single day, because you'll burn out. So if you want to work out every single day, you need to find workouts that aren't intense and stressful on your body to do most days. You can only handle a couple of stressful workouts a week, honestly, for longevity's sake. You're just doing a little sprint for, for getting in shape for spring break, have at it, whatever. But if you want to go forever, for years, like I have since I was 19 to now 25, looking and feeling great, despite the couple of times I got into bad habits of listening to other people on YouTube telling me to do stuff, and I doubted my own, because all the answers are inside of you. You know what works for you. You can think back to a time in your life where you looked and felt great. What were you doing? You probably were doing something different than what the person on the internet is telling you to do. So that's a little piece of advice, is that you can listen to this or just apply it in a way to your own life. What works for me doesn't work for you, potentially. Most likely it doesn't specifically work for you. You could take these principles into your own life and have a nice blood sugar balanced pre-workout thing, or satisfy some cravings earlier in the day, have no stress about like, oh my gosh, am I gonna eat dessert later? Like, no, you shouldn't have anxiety around if and when you're gonna eat, and if and when and what you would eat. That is not a good way to live or sustain yourself at all. And with this half marathon training, I have to know if, when, and what I will be eating so that I'm ready to go. I can't run on empty. I need fuel. Pretty much eating, like I said, the same things these days. That breakfast, I do a training thing. It's either a day of starting with cross training, which I do cycling once a week, yoga for a recovery day, and the other days I would do a run in the morning. Have that post-workout meal, snack, whatever. I'll usually get hungry again around 3 or 4 o'clock or something, and some days I do a second run, a low intensity run, because I can, like I said, go again, because I'm not like sore, and I'm trying to get all the mileage underneath my feet, so I'm ready to go 13.1 miles one day, because I'll be like, yeah, I've had days where I've done that. So on the days I want more food before I go again, I'll have some like blueberries or strawberries or grapes and more eggs probably as a snack. I don't really like to eat, like I said, I don't even eat chicken anymore, really. There was a point in my life where I had chicken every day. I'm not at one of those points. I eat salmon every day. But I try to push the meat just to dinner because it takes longer to digest. So during the day, I really eat eggs and like this collagen protein powder I have, and occasional spurts of the nut butter for the healthy fats and proteins and like blood sugar balance. Always salting everything I eat too. I love salted hard-boiled eggs. I love putting date spread on eggs. So most days for this last pre-workout meal, I'll eat like strawberries, blueberries, or whatever fruit I have around with some eggs that have date spread on them. Yeah. If you put cinnamon date spread on eggs, it's like borderline eating French toast without bread. It's so good. And then after my final low intensity run of the day, I come home and I eat salmon that has a date spread on it, and I pick beets and I put a little bit of crumbly walnuts or pecans on them. I love beets and salmon, and I'll put avocado sometimes. But when I make the salmon, all I do is add salt, and then you put a brush of date spread on it to season. It's really good. You should try it. Date spread's good on any meat, honestly. If you eat like a turkey sandwich, you should put date spread on it. It's amazing. I don't eat red meat. I honestly never have been into red meat. I just don't eat red meat. And I guess you could call me like a salmonitarian these days. Pescatarian, but salmon only. I love salmon. It makes me feel so good too. Like my brain is lit. And then if I want dessert later, but honestly most days I don't, I might just have a quick spoon. Yeah, I just have a quick spoonful of date spread. I would say maybe once a week I feel like actually baking a date dough mug cake, but most days I'll just be like, all right, time for bed. Just a quick spoon of like cookie date spread or vanilla or whatever date spread, and to the pillows we go. I love this way of living. It's so sustainable, honestly. I love training. The best and happiest times in my life were the times where I was running. Like no pressure, steady state running. I actually thought of like Wanna Date, the name, while I was running one night in college. I used to run every single day. I do it again now. I am a runner. I'm not me when I'm not running. I'm not the same me when I'm not running. I love running. It's the aerobic exercise. Ooh. I'm gonna drop some knowledge bombs here that the internet would tell you otherwise. Aerobic exercise, in my opinion, is greater than anaerobic. So aerobic exercise is the best way to burn fat. You need to do 2 to 3 resistance training sessions a week. Really burn and build muscle. But around that, and around the maybe couple of HIIT or high intensity anaerobic sessions, spend all your time in aerobic training. Go for a bike ride, go for a slow run. Aerobic is the way you burn fat. When you're doing an anaerobic workout, like a HIIT workout, your body is under so much stress and it needs fuel so quick to be able to sprint, to jump, to this, to that. It's gonna pull from sugar first. It needs that quick energy. Whereas if you're going on a slow run at like a 9 or 10 mile an hour pace, like I train, then your body has the time, the calmness, the low stress to start pulling from your fat reserves. If there's food in it, it'll use it, but like the longer you go, it runs out of food and it pulls from your fat reserves. And that's why when you see these ultra distance runners being so low body fat, it's not because they sprint. They sprint like the last couple miles of the race and stuff. They do all their training in a fat-burning aerobic zone. And places like Orange Theory and all these other like places that fat burning, no, they're burning you out. If anything. In those high intensity workouts that go for more than like 30 minutes, your body's under way too much stress. It's not happy. It's not burning fat in these workouts. It's burning muscle and sugar, whatever the fudge it can get quick. If you want to burn fat, don't stress yourself out. Go easy, go steady, and go long. My body definitely looks and feels different when I'm going on these steady state 45-minute runs every day versus when I'm doing 45-minute HIIT sessions like 4 days a week or 5 days a week. So different. Keep those down to under 3, under 2. Please. If you don't believe me, try it. Fun facts, you don't have to stress yourself out to look good and feel good. I don't stress myself out to look good and feel good. And then you're less stressed to like eat foods when you feel stressed. And it all becomes this beautiful balanced life thing. And I'm gonna run my half marathon. I honestly did it as a way to like not fall back into the cycle of, but this HIIT class. No, most of you need to work on your aerobic running because you have a marathon, half marathon coming up. So it was kind of like a way to get myself nailed in this habit, but I've been at it for like over 2 weeks, 21 days now, and that's kind of how long it takes to build a habit. So I can't wait to go on my run later. If you want something sweet, eat it. There's a healthy alternative to everything, and there's a way to live your life like the most optimistic, high-functioning, successful life. You see these people do it out there. I give you permission to do it. You can do it. You just have to want it and be willing to figure out how you can get it. You can give up added sugar. Has anyone ever told you that? Have you considered it? Like maybe I could give up added sugar. Maybe I should give up added sugar, but I can't. No, you can do it. You can give up added sugar. You can give up industrialized seed oils. You can eat whole real foods. Yeah, start now. You can do it. You can go on a run. You don't have to go fast. You don't have to go too far. You can do it. It's just putting one foot in front of the other. I hope this video helped you out. If so, please subscribe to my channel because I'll post way more many like this. Let me know what questions you have in the comments, please, because I know that was a lot and it can get more specific and detailed, but let me know what you think, what questions you have. Subscribe to this channel. I hope to help you all out so much because life is so much better when you look and feel good about yourself. And don't have to stress yourself out in the process. Hope this helps. Love you guys.